How's it going, YouTube, and welcome back to our Escape from Tarkov EOD playthrough. And in this particular episode, I think I'm going to try and focus on a specific set amount of tasks rather than flip-flopping between several different tasks like I have been doing. I found that in previous wipes, if I just sit to a set schedule of tasks, I'll then be able to progress a little bit better. Whereas in this particular series so far, I've kind of just been like flip-flopping between like maps and tasks and all that kind of stuff. So I think in this particular episode, we're going to focus on getting our woods missions done. So search mission for sure, and we also need to go and grab the posters. Once we've done that, we can then head to customs to get background checking done, but also get the other half other half of easy money done as well, because I really want to unlock ref. The main reason behind that is I want to start leveling up his particular tasks and his rep with myself, because if we go to our scav junk box, I'll talk about this stuff down the bottom in a second, but if we look at our scav junk box, we do have 2 Liga medals from playing Arena. I will be jumping back into Arena at some point over the course of today, because I think my weeklies may have reset, meaning we might be able to gain another Liga medal as well. But once we can start turning in these Liga medals for the keys, hopefully that way we'll be able to gain a bit more higher tier items from those particular keys. But going down to this bottom section here, this is everything I got from my last scav run. Now normally what I'd be doing is I'd be getting a screenshot of the end of my scav run to put into the start of these videos, but if I'm truly honest, I completely forgot to do that at the end of the last episode, where I ended up getting out of that particular raid. But we're going to put the balaclava on, and we're keeping the AK. We do have the Oddie Logistics key, which is a key we do need for a task in the future. Managed to get a grenade out of it as well as a hot rod, which we can use to barter for a Hidolnik if that barter is still around. We're also going to go ahead and keep hold of the flashlight that's on this pistol. We did also thankfully find a Salewa in the last scav run we did. So I am going to go ahead and turn that in to Therapist alongside the one we got for a daily previously. And we also got vodka ready for ref when we end up having him. And we got a few different bits and bobs just for like hideout upgrades. We can obviously use the PU rings on a Mosin and put a sight on there. Obviously at the moment, if I go by link search, we can actually get a Mosin sight now. That's actually going to be very handy, because I think we may have got our Mosin back from insurance. And we are going to be going to woods, so we will put that up there for now. But we'll put this into there, and then we can just sort out everything else really quickly, and put everything else that we are going to keep hold of into our junk box. This hexagon we will probably put onto one of our AKs. We'll probably end up just selling this B30 grip here, even though we can actually potentially put that on an AK as well, so I might keep hold of that for the time being. But this particular flare, I don't actually know what it does. It's something that I haven't seen yet, sorry, so I don't know what this firework flare does. We will keep hold of it, don't get me wrong, but I don't know what it actually is used for, if I'm perfectly honest. But everything else at the bottom down here, bar this pillbox and the AK, everything else down there is actually going to be sold to traders, just to get a little bit more selling going with them. So first and foremost, we'll just get rid of those few bits and bobs down at the bottom of our stash here, so we can sell the shovel to Jaeger. We're actually going to sell the rig to Ragman. As I said, we're going to keep hold of the pillbox backpack for the time being. Therapist can have this bandage, and then I think we're going to start selling things to Peacekeeper to start getting his rep and up, because at the moment we have enough rep for loyalty level 2, but we just haven't got any money spent really with Peacekeeper, so we'll try and spend as much with him. But let's go ahead and grab our dailies. So we are going to be heading to customs at some point during the course of this episode, so we'll take the eliminate scavs from Therapist. Alkali will be quite nice for future tasks. And then we're also going to take the survive on customs, because we need to do that anyway. These Apollos will get us those night vision goggles we were on about before. We need to turn in some apple juice, which we'll go ahead and do now, because we've already got a couple in the stash for hydration purposes. Gives us a little bit more XP, and it also gets a daily out the way and done. But other than that, we're pretty much set to go. I'm going to put this flashlight on here for the time being, and we'll put this stuff here. So the pillbox is, I think, just a bit smaller than... Actually, no, it's the same size as our day pack, and I do like the look of the pillbox a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and just pop the pillbox on, put our equipment case down here, and also the scav junk box, and we should be able to just lock these in place like so. So when we go ahead and sort the stash, it will sort everything else out for us and leave those down there. But before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and receive our insurance, which is a Mosin and a pistol, which I believe we took into the run on Woods last time around. And I'm also just going to go ahead and put our Uzi kit away, because I'm going to run the TV 115 rig in this particular first raid, as well as the Mosin and the pistol. But one thing I do want to go before we do that is that's the wrong thing. I was about to say it's not allowing us to repair. That would be because we're trying to repair our mag, not our armored rig. Obviously, it's not the greatest armored rig in the world, but it will do the job for us. And one thing I will have a quick look at is, can we put a sight on this Mosin? We can't put a sight on this Mosin, which is the Mosin inventory. Can we put a sight on to the Mosin inventory carbine, or do we need to have the specific one we're looking not specific one we're looking for, but do we need to have the actual Mosin sniper is the question. So if you go to link search, doesn't look like you can do anything on there, but I'm just going to have a quick look to see if we can put the that on and that on to one of our Mosins at all. We can't at the moment, that's fine. So it looks like we need a different type of Mosin to put that sight onto. Can we actually get that weapon-wise? We can't at the moment. That's fine. So we do need the Mosin bolt action sniper, but at least we've got a sight ready to rock and roll for that particular weapon once we end up getting it. But we will take a Mosin infantry in with us this raid, as well as a pistol, because at least that way we'll have something long range, something short range, so we don't have to worry too much about any sort of interactions we get into, whether it be a scav or a player. But we will go ahead and do this. I'm going to probably split this to be 30 and 4, so we have 4 spare rounds to reload into the mag, and then the rest can go down into our gamma container, and then we'll take in 2 grenades with us. So I'm pretty set and ready to go for this first raid. We will actually grab our very small rewards from Skier for the task we ended up completing, and this shovel can also be sold to Prapor real quick. Obviously, a lot of the selling and stuff that I'll be doing outside of the episodes, but I just wanted to get rid of the scav stuff, considering that I didn't actually take a screenshot like I was going to. But I wanted to get rid of the stuff that we weren't going to keep hold of there, and also just kind of clean that little area down at the bottom of the stash for ourselves. We will just go ahead and rejig our storage space here. I don't think I can wear any of these headsets with this helmet, which is quite unfortunate, because it would have been nice to have some ears, but I'd rather have the head protection over the ears for now. And obviously the 2 Untar helmets I'm leaving for when we have raids, or not raids, but we have a meaning to go ahead and use those items. But regardless, enough chit chat for now. We are going to jump into our first raid of the episode here on Woods. Our main objectives here is search mission and also the posters, meaning we have to go to the USEC camp again. Obviously we ended up dying last time around to, I think it was a level like 31-ish player that was in and around that area. But we're going to go back there, we're going to try and grab the stuff that we need, obviously hit the search mission stuff, and then we can move on to customs. We're also going to keep an eye out for a 3M modular body armor, because we need that for supplier, and also anything else that we have for Jaeger to grab as well. In fact, thinking about Jaeger real quick, I'm pretty sure I have the second pack of noodles. I do. Okay, we'll turn those in. So we just need 2 more packs of Iskra and 1 can of beef stew for his task. But regardless, let's just jump into woods, let's get this raid rolling, and let's see if we can grab the items that we require, maybe a little bit more stuff for the hideout or future tasks as well, but the main thing we're looking to do is search mission and easy money, or at least the easy money part that is here on woods. Alrighty, so we are in to our first run here on woods, and we are just outside the not the sunken village, sorry, the village in general. So we do have a extract of ZB014, so we're probably going to take a little bit of time to just go ahead and loot up a little bit, head around the map, all that kind of good stuff. We do need this sausage. But we're going to take a little bit of time just to head around the map, loot up, and then move over towards the USEC camp. And the reason I'm saying that is every time I've seemed to not push through the map quickly, but try and get to the USEC camp as quickly as possible, there's either been someone there, or we've just got unlucky when it comes to the timing. There's a lot of reasons why I want to try and be a little bit slower in terms of moving around the map this time around. Obviously, woods has not been our friend, hence the title of the last video that we ended up uploading here on Escape from Tarkov. But one thing I will say is I'm going to probably end up doing a lot more videos in one sitting rather than just doing, so they're both the same, and the rig we've got on, it has more storage, but I wouldn't say no to another armored rig, so we'll do this. But yeah, in the past I've literally like sat down, recorded one episode or one video for a series, then went on to a different game almost straight away. Whereas this time around, or at least moving forward, I want to sit and record, as long as I have the time, I want to sit and record multiple videos for a series and then move on to the next one after that. That way I'm using my time a little bit more efficiently than I would have been before. Oh, that site's actually a really nice site to see. Not that we can use it right now because we don't have the mount for it, and we don't really have a weapon to stick it onto, but it is still a very nice site to see. And in fact, I'm going to pop it into our gamma just so we can keep hold of it moving forward. I don't know if I need any more Marlboro cigarettes, but we'll take them regardless. Thought I heard footsteps outside then. There is obviously a couple of spawns over by the village, and there is one, I think, just on the top of the hill looking over the village. But I'm not going to worry myself with the village for this raid. There are a few shots that were going down in and around that area right off the start of the raid, so I'm just going to push away from this area as quickly as possible now. We've looted the 2 wooden huts, so we don't need to worry about anything else over in this direction. And one other thing that I want to kind of mention as well is I've realised after editing my most recent videos that sometimes my microphone seems really quiet, but when I look at the peaks here on Streamlabs OBS, it's in the green still, but it's very close to hitting like the orange peaks quite consistently. So I don't know why my microphone sometimes sounds as quiet as it does, but I'm hoping that we may have that all figured out moving forwards. I wish we could go down there. It looks like quite a cool area to go and explore, but obviously going down there means we're going to get sniped by the invisible sniper, and we don't really want that to happen. So we won't be trying to explore that area. So from where we are now, we could go towards the med camp. The only downside about going towards the med camp is there is at least 2 spawns, maybe 3, that get there a lot quicker than us. Meaning that even if we went there now, it might be a case that we wouldn't end up getting any loot down there regardless. I saw some movement over here, which is why I'm pushing this way. Saw some movement by this bush. Don't know if that was the movement we saw down here, but we'll certainly take a scav kill. See if he had any good loot on him. I was trying to check, obviously, the surrounding area, make sure we didn't get shot at by anything else before we moved on. I do kind of want to take this rig. The downside is I know that storage is smaller than what we have right now, which is why I'm a little bit skeptical. But if we inspect, it is a class 4 rig instead of a class 3, which is what we currently have. So let's ditch this. We can do something like this. I'm not too fussed about taking the RK6, and then we should get that back on insurance. But at least this way we have... drop this, put this down there. At least this way we have a little bit of a better armor on us than the class 3 that we had before, seeing as that is now a class 4 armor. It used to be one of my favorite armors in the game to run as well, so if it works out and we can keep hold of it for a while, then that would be very, very handy for us. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go now, solely because, as I said, if we go down to the med camp, there is a high possibility that it's already been looted. But I don't want to go over to the ZB014 side of the map too early, as I mentioned. We've still got 33 minutes left in the raid, so it's not like we have any massive requirement to get over to the USEC camp and the convoy like super quick. But I would also like to try and get over there and get out with those posters. We're pretty much full on loot as it is. I'm probably going to try and scope and scout out the USEC camp from afar, see if I can see any movement in there, and try and see if I can decipher whether it's a scav or a player that we see in and around the area. Because this used to be a really big hotspot on the map. It used to be really good for meds, and then they changed like pretty much every container inside of this camp to be a technical crate. So it's gone from being like a place where you could find a decent amount of meds, like Salewers, all that kind of good stuff, to somewhere where you probably want to go and loot it for hideout purposes more than anything. But I kind of want to go and check it out regardless, because there is still potential to get meds down here. It's just not as high as it used to be. We could always chuck a grenade in, see if there's any comms or movement from the grenade from scavs. Just seen some movement over here. No, I couldn't tell if it was a player or a scav that we saw running down here. Over to our left now. Where are they going? Oh, it's Partisan. He just isn't aggroed to us at all, which is interesting. Okay. There's a scav over there. The problem for us is they can shoot through foliage quite easily. Really? Hello, where's my Mosin shots going? I have no idea where my Mosin shots are going, by the way. Unless my reticule's not quite on them like I think it is. Ow. Game. Okay, I don't know where my Mosin shots are going. And I don't have any ammo now on my rig available to use. And I'd rather get inside and heal up. And try and see if we can find a Slayer in like these medical bags. I do want to loot Partisan as well, just to see what he has on him. He's running around like a bit of a loony, so I don't really understand what was going on there. Definitely take the Caddock Bees. Please, thank you. Nothing in this med bag. Okay, so it sounds like... Hello? That was a headshot, bro. Scav survived a headshot. We did hit the Scav because it was coughing and spluttering with our Mosin, but obviously it wasn't good enough for a kill. I can't tell if this has been looted or not. Because some things are like full, some not full, but like have loot in it, others don't. So I'm not 100% sure if there's actually anything left in here. And I know most of the containers to our left are technical, but I'm going to go and check the far tent out of this bag just to see if we get any luck on the Salewa side of things. There is some stuff underneath the snowman. So, nothing on the tables. Just check in the med bag here. Yeah, okay, this has been looted by the seams of things, which is fine. I'm guessing whoever spawned down here took the loot and dipped. There's another sausage down there. I think I'm going to leave that for now. But I'm going to go and check what this scav had, check what Partisan had out front as well. But before we do any of that, I'm going to make sure I fully heal myself up, which we have done so. We did make quite a bit of noise over here, so I don't really want to spend too long. There's our 3M armor, which I am going to grab. So we probably want to take this and this out of there. So Partisan must have been here for someone, but he wasn't here for us, and he was running around like a weirdo. Does have a grenade launcher on his AK. Have a look what ammo he's got in the AK as well in a second. See if he's got any juice on him that we want to take. Not really too fussed about the grenades. Kind of want to take that IFAK. I am going to swap out an RGD for a VOG though. We do want that vodka. We could probably put the sprats and that in there. Take this. Probably use this. And then we can look to move away from this area. Oh, we didn't check the ammo that he's got in his AK. Let's have a quick look at the ammo. BP is actually quite nice, so we will go ahead and take this. Just trying to think, what do I want to drop here? There's maybe the 2 suppressors could probably go, actually thinking about it. Put those 2 down there, put a Cadic B down there, which means that we can take this BP ammo. And then we are definitely getting the hell out of here, because we've made a lot of noise over at this side of the map. And if anyone is here to try and get PvP kills, they're probably going to start rotating this way. So let's move out of here as quickly as possible. Shots down to our far left. Don't think they were at us, because I think it's a little bit of a... Yeah, it's not at us, okay. As I say, it's a little bit of a weird angle if it was at us. But that's our first boss kill of the wipe. Ironically, on Partisan. Don't need to heal anything else, which is nice. I am tempted to rock the AK out over everything else. Can't go ahead and check the mag for some reason. It's not letting me do so. Yeah, it's not letting me check my magazine to see how much ammo's in there, which is slightly annoying. Because if I go ahead to my... Why can't I swap my... It's not even letting me swap my weapon. Okay, I can't do anything in terms of shooting right now. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Like, I'm pressing 1, I'm pressing 2. I literally cannot do anything apart from run around here. That's not good. And even tabbing into my inventory doesn't work. Ah dear, gotta love bugs. There's a line in there. Not really anything I want to drop. I don't know why my backpack's doing that. It's probably because I double tap Z, but it doesn't want to drop the bag, which is probably why it's bugging out. And I have a feeling that if I tab out, not tab out, but like exit the raid, as in like Alt F4 and come back in, like in a bush or something, my bag's going to be like halfway across the map over there. So that's not quite what I had in mind right now. So if we get into any altercations, it could be a little bit hairy for us. I think the best thing for us to do in that case is just to continue moving through the map, get out of this raid, and then go from there. I do still want to try and do our tasks that we came in for. Hopefully we can still pick things up. So we still, like, especially for the posters, for example, like we don't need to put them anywhere, we don't need to put them in a bag or a rig. We just need to, excuse me, we just need to obviously pick them up. And now we have this bug going on, I am definitely going to try and just get through this raid as quickly as possible. Still getting the tasks done, of course, but I don't want to be trying to fiddle about with anything. And as I said, if I do end up closing the game and reopening the game, I just have a sneaking suspicion that we will lose our bag, which has our 3M armor in it, which is another task done. I also have a sneaking suspicion that if we do end up leaving this raid, we might not even have our bag on us. We'll see, though. We'll see how things go. Oh, that's behind us somewhere. That's not ideal. Let's push this way. I think they're up top, but I'm not 100% sure, and I can't shoot back, which is why I'm trying not to engage or anything along those lines. We'll just let them take a few shots at us. Can't see anyone like pushing our way to try and track us down either. So I think we should be good. I was going to cut up to the right and try and get to USEC camp that way, but I think we're going to be better off just pushing this way and heading down into this little low ground area, so if there is anyone, we can see them. Obviously, a lot of people at the moment probably won't be looking to VoIP too much. They're probably just looking to try and get things done themselves. But if we can get search mission done and hand in this 3M armor, I'll be very happy. But having a grenade launcher on this AK is like huge. For the future at least. We probably won't actually use the grenade launcher for a while, but at least we have one available if we do want to go ahead and use it, or we could sell it and obviously gain some rubles from it. There's a couple of options we've got for it, but we are just going to push to the USEC camp now, which is just up here. Just hoping that whoever was firing off the shots at us from before isn't also going to make their way here. And I'm also hoping there's no PMCs or even scavs up here, because I've found a scav up here before, which was a bit strange. Like that. I might have to try and hide somewhere and come back to this raid, because I don't want to die. Don't want to die just because we can't shoot. So we're not in the greatest of positions right here, which is why I don't really want to go ahead and try and leave and come back in that situation. The BTR's to our right here. There's not really any sort of dense area that we could probably get away with, which is a little bit unfortunate. So I think we're just going to have to, if we don't have our bag, we don't have our bag. We're going to crouch here. I'll be back with you guys in a second. I need to restart the game because obviously we have this bug going on, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, we are back. And we are now able to swap weapons, which is lovely to see. We don't have our bag though, which is what I expected would be the case, so we're probably, unfortunately, not going to have the 3M armor that we picked up. So the bug has cost us some progress on a task, but it is what it is. I'm not going to go back across the map and try and find it, because I just have a strong and sneaking suspicion that by the time that we go back and find the bag, we're going to run out of time to actually get through the raid. And I wouldn't have Alt F4'd if we didn't have a scav up at the USET camp. If there wasn't a scav up here, then I probably would have just grabbed the posters and got out, and if we didn't have the bag, we didn't have the bag. But it is what it is. The only main thing we lost, the only main thing we lost out of that bag was the 3M armor. Everything else is not really stuff that we're too fussed about. There's a dead, I think that might be a dead PMC there, you know. Nothing up here. I'm imagining that everything else up here is going to be looted in that case. So just grab the posters real quick. Yes, a dead PMC. Just going to touch the body of the PMC and then move on. Not going to worry too much about anything else. That's probably a fight that happened like really early in the raid. So they're probably going to be fully stripped out of all of their loot, if I'm perfectly honest. So the scav we saw was up in that corner. I'm just going to see if there's anything in this weapon box before we move on. Take the RK03, but everything else can stay there. Mostly because we don't actually have the space for anything else. The scav may not be here anymore, but he was sat in and around this area in front of us. Yeah. Okay, the scav was still here. Scav has a pillbox. I'd laugh if this was our pillbox. It's not, but I would have been quite happy if it was. Do we want to keep this M62? Yeah, we'll keep the M62, why not? And the Whisper. The SKS that the Scav has actually has the ability to have a sight on it. So I kind of want to take it, I'm not going to lie. And it will actually fit. What ammo do we have for this? Not great ammo. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. Okay. No, oh, there's our 3M armor. That's huge. That's actually huge. In that case, put the tactical rig there. There's no way that we can take the tactical rig as well as the 3M armor, unfortunately. But that's actually massive. From having a bug that was going to cost us a 3M armor to finding a dead scav with 3M armor on. The game gods have listened and seen that we would have lost our 3M armor and gave us one back. So the bug didn't cost us progress to another task. It almost cost us progress to another task. As I said, no idea where my pillbox, my actual pillbox is. It's probably like halfway across the map over towards the USET camp where we tried to check the mag for Partisan's AK. And I'm not going to make the mistake of trying to go ahead and check the mag again. Solely because, for whatever reason, the game thought that when we checked the mag, we were pressing Z twice to drop our bag, which was obviously not the case. But we're going to regain stam here and then push towards our extract, which is outskirts. We could technically check ZB014 to see if that extract is open. But I don't think it is. I just have a strong and sneaking suspicion that no one's going to have the key for that extract yet, so they wouldn't have opened the gate for us to use the extract. Obviously, there's a potential spawn for a duffel bag and a wooden crate down there, as well as some hideout upgrade items. But if I'm truly honest, now that we've got a 3M armor back, I just want to get out of this raid. We've got the posters, we've done search mission, and we have a 3M armor. Like, this would be a huge raid to get out of. even with the... Ow. What did we just get shot by? That's so annoying, man. There's a guy on the hill behind us, I think, with a sniper. No. What? Okay. Did we stray too far to the right to be killed by the sniper? Like, I don't get... I've done that pathing so many times and I've never been shot at by a sniper. That's so annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. Like, I'm guessing we just strayed too far to the right. Ah, oh, that's so frustrating, man. We did say we're going to be doing woods today to get tasks done, and we would have had all of the tasks done that we went to woods for in that run. But the bug meant that we had to Alt F4 and come back into the raid. We had a partisan kill as well. We had the 3M armor. We had done search mission. We had the posters. We had everything there. Literally everything that we could have wanted. And somehow, some way, we apparently strayed too far, I guess. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure what happened there. As I said, I've done that path in so many times in the past, and it's been, like, fine. But for whatever reason, the path in that time around just wasn't okay, I guess. Slightly unfortunate, but these things happen, I suppose. These things happen. I want to try and see... So what I'm doing right here is to try and get the Bastion dust cover, so then we can at least put a sight on this, and we can also put a grip on this as well. So we want to take this off and this off to be able to put the Bastion onto the weapon. Like so. We also did grab a RP-1 for it. I know this is the single shot carbine, I'm pretty sure. So we need to bear that in mind. Mosin rifle custom thread, I don't want that. Don't want that. What I'm trying to do is see what other mods, like suppressor wise, obviously we have to find one, which is fine. We've got a muzzle adapter, but I don't think that's gonna. That's the one that we just had a look at, and I don't think we're going to be able to put a. I don't think we're going to be able to put a. What you call it? A muzzle on it. We want to have a look at foregrips. Obviously, we can use a CAC vertical grip and the Zenit Z, the small stocky Zenit grip. So this has +5 ergo, -1 recoil, and then this has +7 ergo. So I think we are going to grab this from Peacekeeper. Sight-wise, I'm not 100% sure. We do have a PK sight, so we could just slap that on it for the time being. But not that far up the weapon. That is where we want it. Another thing I might want to have a look at actually is the pistol grips. I don't think we're going to be able to do too much in terms of pistol grips. We're not, that's fine. We might as well keep that pistol grip as it is then. But we will also have a look at magazines. Mags. So we've only got 10 round mags. We don't want 10 round mags. 20 round mags are probably the best we're going to get right now. So we'll grab, say, 4 of these. We'll put on... Actually, we could put this on because we could put a lot of this stuff down into our... Lucky Scav junk box, just like so. Take that out. We will take the water rings. We do need the water. We'll take the cat in as well, and then we'll take an MRE also. And then we want to put all of our mags in. This mag can go here. Do I have any ammo? I've got SP ammo, but the SP ammo I don't think is the right ammo for the weapon, if memory serves. I'm just gonna, actually it could be the right ammo. It is the right ammo, I'm just being an idiot. Ignore everything I just said. So we'll filter by the SP ammo. We'll get 120 rounds of that. SP and SP. And then we can put this SP down here, take the FMJ out. And I'm trying to see where the rest of that SP ammo is. There it is. Chuck that in there. Need to take some medicine with us, of course. Something along the lines of this will be fine. So 5, 6, 7. We don't have any just normal PKs, do we? So in that case, the Vaseline can go into the Gamma. And we're pretty much, apart from grabbing a helmet off of Ragman, ready to rock and roll into the next run. Obviously, we need toilet paper for that particular barter. We don't have any toilet paper right now. And we do need to grab some armor, which will just run a packer. So all in all, we are ready to rock and roll back into woods. But I'm still so annoyed at that last raid. I still don't understand how we ended up dying to the sniper scav. Obviously the invisible sniper scav. But these things happen. I've just noticed actually that we have got 30 round mags for this AK. But we'll take the 20 round mags for this time around, but we do have 30 round mags, so we need to bear that in mind for the future. I will take a VOG in just so we have a grenade. But yeah, we're going to try and run this back once again. We're going to try and go back to woods and this time actually get out with the stuff that we want to get out with. I still don't understand how we died to that sniper scav. We must have strayed too far right, as I said. I'm happy that we killed Partisan, but at the same time, like, I had so much potential at getting tasks completed in that run that I'm just a little bit frustrated and annoyed at the whole situation. Regardless though, we're going to jump back into another woods run here. This time around, we are going to get out with the stuff that we want to get out with. We are going to get the posters. We are going to get search mission done. If we find another 3am armor, happy days. If not, it is what it is. Regardless, let's jump into woods and let's try this again. Is underway, and hopefully this time we don't have any sort of bug that may cost us progress in terms of tasks. I am probably going to go ahead and loot up the village here. There is a chance for a 3am armor to spawn in here, and it's a similar spawn to what we had previously to try and get what we were in woods for done and dusted. Obviously, we spawned a little bit further up the top of this area before. There is every possibility that we could have someone roll down from our spawn that we had in the previous run. I'm not going to keep hold of the flash. We'll take the FMJs for now. But we do want to go ahead and make sure we eat and drink before we head into the rest of this run. And we're going to do that now, solely because we have the opportunity to do so. Probably drop. I'm so used to playing Arena Breakout Infinite where I can just click and drag things over to the right to drop them. But we're going to food and drink. We are going to eat some food and get hydrated before we continue. So the 3am armor can spawn in this corner, but no luck this time around. Unless, of course, they've changed that spawn, then that could be the reason why the 3am armor's not there. But I have a sneaking suspicion that they haven't changed that spawn. We just got a little unlucky in this raid. But much like the previous run, we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab a reasonable amount of loot whilst we're here in the village, and then we'll look to move on to the rest of the map from there. Never mind, we'll get 2-shot in the face by a scav. Everything is going wrong today. Everything's going wrong. I checked the wrong side, and as soon as I push out, I get absolutely 2-shotted by Magnum Buck by the scav. Like, oh. It might be a case that we just have to cut our losses on woods again. Like, this map just does not like us. As I titled the previous video on the thumbnail, just woods hates us, man. This map absolutely hates us. What other tasks do we have? We have 1 sausage so far, 2 peas, obviously mayo we need 5 of. Like, I don't even think we're going to be able to get that done. We have background check, which is on customs. Still have shortage to do. Still have supplier and easy money to do. It might just be a case that we have to go back to woods. Literally, the best tasks for us right now that we can kind of double up on is woods. Obviously, shortage is holding us back a little bit in terms of progress with therapist. Our dailies are on customs with exit the location and kill scavs, but I think that woods, it just has to be the place that we go. I don't think we've really got too much of any other opportunity to do anything else, if I'm truly honest. I think woods is just the only real place that has any sort of progress for us, if I'm honest. So we're just going to have to go ahead and go into woods. So once again, I am going to go ahead and grab some stuff for an AK, because I am going to run the AK this particular raid. I am going to go ahead and grab one of these instead of a bastion. We actually have a site already, so we don't need to worry about doing anything else in terms of getting a site sorted. However, we do want to go ahead and grab ourselves a grip, because I don't think we have one in the stash anywhere. I am just going to triple check my stash really quick. Yeah, no grip in the stash, which I didn't expect to see, if I'm perfectly honest, but is what it is. And you know what, considering we just got head tapped by a scav, I'm not even going to run a helmet this raid, just because don't see the point. Do not see the point in running a helmet. So go ahead, we have BP rounds that we can put into 3 mags. In fact, it's the wrong type of ammo BP wise. SP is also the wrong type of ammo. This has got to be the same ammo then as the AKs. It is indeed. Can I even get mags for this? Is the next question. Not filled by item, sorry. Link search. Magazines is where we want to have a look at. We can't even get mags for this AK, so we're not going to use that AK. We'll use the AK-74M instead. And we'll just change up the bits and bobs we have on the AK in here to this AK instead. There we go. That's a little bit more like it. Completely forgot that that was a completely different type of AK. So with that being said, let's continue with what we were doing. So put this in there, unload this, BP rounds, we have PRS and PP as well. So it's unfortunately going to be a little bit of a mixture when it comes to the ammo that we're running in this raid, but it is what it is. We'll get 2 more spare mags, so we have 4 in total, 1 and 2. That can go in there, that can go in there, and then we'll put PRS in there. PS can go up there for now, and then we'll put our spare ammo down here. Again, we need some heals to take into the run with us. We want to get some of the heavy bleed bits, so we'll get 2 S marches to cover that. And we'll go 5, 6, and 7. Got the magazines, that can go in there. And we're pretty much ready to rock and roll, bar a grip, which we'll grab this CAC vertical grip, which can't even go on it. Of course it can't. So let me have a quick look at a link search for this. Mount wise, obviously can't even have a mount, so we can't do a grip. That's fine, but we'll run this AK regardless. I don't think we can put a recoil pad on, can we? Some muzzle stuff, Stocks and chassis. Let's go link search. Yeah, we can't do that because we don't actually have a recoil pad to put onto the weapon. So I think we're just going to have to run another raid here on Woods and hope for the best. Obviously, this might be a tad bit longer in terms of an episode length, but with the hiccup that we had in the first raid and a very quick second raid, I just think it's worth going in and doing this third raid on Woods to try and at least get what we set out to do done. We were very unfortunate at the start of the episode to not have the progress done that we wanted to get done. I just wanted to... Oh, we can actually buy this AKS 74 UB. And you're probably wondering why I want to do this. And the main reason is to see if I can put this suppressor onto this AK. Which I can, which is awesome to see. And the reason I want a suppressor is being a solo player, the suppressor is going to be quite nice. The ergo, unfortunately, is quite low. That's the only downside. So, I know I'm taking a little bit of time here, but can I get a not a charging handle, gas block? Can I get one that I can put a grip on? I can't, but I'm probably gonna put the initial grip back on in that case. That's down here, solely because this hexagon grip isn't going to help us too much. That's 24 ergo. Okay, never mind. This is actually better for the ergonomics for the weapon. I think the big thing that's tanking the ergo is the suppressor, but we're going to run it regardless. It might work out for us, who knows. But obviously, if we could have, I would have put like a grip underneath here, a flashlight on the side, a different pistol grip, potentially a different stock / a recoil pad. So there's a lot of different things I would have done if I had the opportunity to do so, but we can't right now. But regardless, let's jump into our third and final Woods run of the episode. And this time, I'm hoping that we don't get head tapped by a scav or shot by a invisible sniper scav. That's the aim. I want to get this stuff done. I want to get off of Woods. Woods has treated us so badly so far this series that I just want to get off of the map. But we'll see how things go. We'll see if we can get off the map. I'm not holding my breath because of obviously the last couple of raids, but hopefully this time it'll be a little bit different. Okay, third time is the charm, and I think we do indeed have a better spawn in terms of getting everything sorted that we want to. To be fair, we have spawned at the Sunken Village before, and I've completely ignored the fact that I could come up here and then go down to the USEC camp from there. We'll put this back to full auto. The ergo's not too bad, I suppose. It's not great, but at the same time, it will work for us as long as things... Can I not mantle this? Like, why can't I just run up here? That's what I don't understand. Just let me run up there right off the rip. That's what I would have preferred. But regardless, we're into Woods. This time around, as I said at the intro to the raid, we will be getting the stuff done that we want to get done. We just need to be a bit careful in terms of how we go about doing this raid, however, because there's going to be some spawns at the USEC camp that may roll up to this area. We do need that TP, so we'll go ahead and take it. We need it for a barter, but we also need it for... Well, I don't necessarily need it for the barter, because we can now buy the AK with a suppressor. But having the TP for the hideout is going to be huge. And we haven't heard any shots ring out at the start of this raid so far. But we might be too far away, especially with no ears. No ears. We have ears this raid, I forgot about that. Take that scav out real quick. Yeah, we have ears, but we still might be too far away from any sort of player confrontation to be able to hear it. But getting a scav kill this early is always nice to see. We just got shot at by another scav. There we go. Lovely. 2 scavs down. We'll put that up there, actually. Don't have the grenade. I was about to be like, oh, that'd be great for our grenade launcher, but we don't have said grenade launcher anymore. We ended up losing that because we died to an invisible sniper scav that we couldn't do anything about, and it even was annoying because I thought our pathing was fine, but never mind. See what these scavs had in. Oh, those pickles we do actually need, so we'll take those. Even though I don't think we're going to actually end up being able to complete that task, the pickles are always nice to see for any future potential tasks that we have that might require them. I'm going to take the respirator because we could potentially need that as well. I have got quite a few Marlboro cigarettes, I think, but I'm going to take those to be super sure. Surprise! To begin with, I honestly thought that was a player, I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh, is this a player that's like rolling up on us? That morphine's actually really nice to see. Let's swap this out, put that up there. We do need it for a task in the future. However, if we need to use it this run to have a quick painkiller rather than obviously using the Vaseline, we will. Quite a few PKs in this scavs. Another firework flare, which, as I said earlier on in this episode, I don't actually know what the those particular flares are for, but it is what it is. Do have some more mags, which I'm guessing has PS ammo in. They do. Just get rid of those, and then we can use this rig as a little bit of storage during the course of the run. But we are now going to head over to this area because there can be some nice ammo spawns here. Obviously the scavs that spawned here, I'm guessing, were the ones that roamed over towards us, but nothing to say there might not be any more scavs here. And we are going to check under here to see what has spawned, if anything. We'll take the bottle of water. We'll take the horse as well, why not? Any gold spawns under there? Nope. Check the jacket, see if we can get any keys. Doesn't look like it. Found ourselves a Jason mask. Won't be taking that, it's not Halloween. Let's go ahead and fill up this rig with... We do need to the Tushonka at some point in the future. I am going to very quickly just drink this pineapple juice before we head back up. But the Tushonka is needed for a therapist task. Obviously, we still need Salewas to even get anywhere near any other tasks. For 740 is really nice ammo to find, especially for AKs. Can that go in there? It can't. Of course it can't. We will unload this, however, and put this down here. That can go here, and then we'll put our spare ammo up here for now. I'm actually going to take the extra mag for the time being. But the longer I spend in this area, the more likely we are to not run into any players up at the USET camp, which is the goal right now. Not that I don't want to take any fights, but if I can try and avoid fights as much as possible, especially at this low level with the gear that we're currently running, then happy days. Because it's not always going to be the case that we find players that are in and around our level, like we found out in the previous episode where we died to, what, a level 31. Just make sure that's fully packed. And we will check our exfils here. So we do have outskirts again, which I always find interesting when you spawn up in this area, because you literally just have to go USET camp, and then down to the right and through the fields that we tried to get through in the first run, those shots actually sound like they could be at USEC camp. There's not really anything else up here for us to loot though, that's the problem. So I was going to be like, oh yeah, we'll just kind of stick around this area and see if we can get any other nice loot. Obviously we've already got everything ammo wise from those boxes. Done the 2 duffels. I think apart from this green case, which could be something we haven't looted, which it is, we've pretty much looted everything else that's up in this location. And we're, what, 32 minutes left in the raid, so we're not even that far done in the raid. I'm not saying the shots that we just heard are definitely at the USEC camp, but they definitely sounded in the direction that we need to head for the USEC camp from here. But the main thing that we want to try and do is get search mission done, get the posters, and get out. Like we said at the start of this episode, that's all we're really here for. And it's the only real tasks, bar maybe like shortage and supplier, that I'm really like, oh, I need to get this done. Is that a Salewa right there? No, it's a serve kit, CMS kit. That's fine. We'll take it anyway. Just because it's something nice to find, especially there's another AK mag. Especially considering we've only got 1 use on our current CMS kit. I'm pretty sure we have a few in the stash regardless. Or at least 1 in the stash, but I'd rather take it and be on the safe side than not take it and not have any spares if we ended up using the last use out of the one that we had in the container before we swapped it out. But we are still hearing a little bit of shooting in and around us. And if I'm honest, I would have preferred that serve kit to be a Salewa. Because that would have meant another task completed, but never mind. We're not going to complain too much. I don't really want to sprint up here if I can help it. I want to try and be able to hear anything that might be going on, if there are any people up here still milling around and looting. And instead of them hearing us like sprint towards them and us not being able to react, we can have a little bit more time to fight back. Try and avoid brushing that tree if possible. Before I even touch any loot areas, I want to just clear this area out. That doesn't always spawn there. The dead scav / PMC. Just heard some footsteps. Okay, we played that right. We didn't push up, we didn't sprint, we just waited for them to fully peek us. They could have a friend, which is why I'm trying to keep cover between myself and the other side of the camp whilst I heal. We will reload our mag first and foremost. But yeah, that was a good way for us to take that fight, in my opinion. Gonna grab the posters before I forget them. Then we will go back over here and loot this dead body before anything else. So, thankfully, we actually ended up getting the drop on a PMC there. That could have been a little disastrous for us. We could have waited out a little bit too long. I want to see if this will go. I don't think it will go straight onto our AK here. Oh, it will go straight on. Okay, we'll stick it on in that case. Oh yeah, it will go onto the side mount. Still, regardless, it will go on to the side mount, which is ideal. Saves a little bit of space for us. But I think the next thing for us to do is to obviously head over here and then head towards Exfil, but we will loot the player we ended up killing just to see what they had on them. So they could have gone over there first. The downside is they're kind of out in the open here. See what you had. Take your glasses. Why not? I think the Terra Frame backpack is bigger than the one we currently have on. So we need that whiskey. We need the Iskra. Drop that. We'll keep the food and drink. We need the beer. The MRE we don't need right now. They have a lot of food and drink on them. A lot of stuff that we probably don't need, if I'm truly honest, though. Right, what do we want to do here? We could probably drop these, put that in there, put that in there. That does fit. We'll take this, we'll take this. Drop the rat cola for the Tushonka. Drop the apple juice for these 2 bits. Drop the milk for this. And I think pretty much set to grab this. And I'm almost certain this is a bigger rig for us as well. In fact, it is a bigger rig. Just like so, we'll grab that too. I'm also going to take the sword-ins over the tax sports, and then we can move on. So thankfully, we do pick up a kill there. Kind of makes up for the last couple of raids, but also not massively. This has probably been looted by the person we just killed. Just want to double check everything before we head on though. Put the morphine up here, put that on 4. But we have a ton of beers, whiskey, Iskra, etc. I am tempted to take these 2. And the reason I'm tempted to take them is it is a barter for a excuse me, NVG. The only downside though, I think the NVGs are only for the tank helmet. Which is a little unfortunate that you can only use them with that helmet, but I will double check that once we get them. They killed a scav up here. At least that looks like a scav. But why is there a random trizit? Who knows? Oh, that's their trizip. They dropped that bag for the trizip. That makes sense. That makes sense now. Quite a few dead scat. Oh, there's the 3M armor. Oh my god. Okay, we have a decision to make here. We want to take this. This is for a task. We don't need this. This is for a task. Hideout. We need the Tarka meat, so we'll probably drop the Apollos. Take this. Take the spark plug. We can use all of this, and I think that is where we'll go. So right now, as long as we don't get screwed over by the sniper scav again, the invisible sniper scav, we should be good to have everything that we would have got in the first run done anyway. Can't be discarded in raid. Armor class level 3. It's not worth as much as it used to be though. That's the only issue I have with that now. So it's not as much as it used to be. There's another scav here. How comes I didn't hear all of these shots? Like, there must be a reason why I didn't hear the guy that we killed killing those scavs. Like, there has to be a reason. But this time around, I'm not going to run on the right-hand side like I was before. I'm going to stick to the left-hand side here. And hope we don't get screwed over by the invisible sniper scav again. I do think, like, on reflection, I might have gone too far right on my last attempt at coming out this way. But who knows? We are not regaining stam. We are quite heavy. Is there anything we can drop? Like ammo, maybe? Like, we could probably drop this. Probably drop the... I kind of want to keep the M... I'm going to drop this. And I'm not going to take this. I'm just going to take the sight off of this. Do something like that. See if we regain stam whilst we're walking or not now. We do. Okay, lovely. Shedding that weight was definitely the right idea, I think. Like, why am I getting shot at by this sniper scav again, bro? I don't understand. I don't get it. Why am I being shot by that sniper scav? Oh, okay. I'll take that back. That time that was a player. Honestly, I had deja vu, bro. I thought that was going to be the sniper scav again. But every time we go to this map, man, we end up getting the posters. We end up getting search mission. We find a 3am armor, and then we either die to a sniper scav, we die to a scav with a shotgun to the face, or we die to a guy that's camping up on the rocks. Oh, my days, bro. Like, there's no cover there. Like, I need to go on a different path. I need to go for a different path, and I think... But, this has been a rough episode, man. Such a rough episode. What do they kill us with? FMJ. Been such a rough episode. Damn, man. I have no words. I have no words. We could have had so much progress. Like, we could have done supplier. We could have done... search mission. We could have done the first part of unlocking ref, but unfortunately we've taken a 3-death kill streak in this episode. I honestly thought, because it sounded very much like, not exactly like, but it sounded very much like the sniper scav before. I honestly thought we were being killed by a sniper scav again. But they must have been up on the rocks opposite the USEC camp. That's the only place that I can think of them being there. But it is what it is. This is Tarkov for you guys. This has been a very frustrating episode. I'm not gonna lie. It's been one of those episodes that we just couldn't get anything going, even after getting ourselves a kill on another player up at the USEC camp, finding the 3M armor again, getting the posters again, getting search mission done again, and we just get killed regardless. So I think next time we come to Woods, which probably won't be the next episode, we might try and do something a little bit different next episode. But next time we come to Woods, excuse me, we still try and push to get the posters, search mission, try and find that last Slayer as well, and 3M armor. But if we go up to the USEC camp, we do not do the pathing that we were doing before. The reason I was doing that pathing to go down towards outskirts and past ZB0 is it's worked so well for me in previous I was about to say previous raids, but in previous wipes. Like, I've managed to literally go up to that USEC camp, loot it up, get the posters, do search mission, run down the hill, and then just run through into ZB014 and outskirts. I even think I may have done it in this series already. So it's worked well for me before, but we didn't learn from our mistakes today. That's the big thing we have to take away from this. We obviously died to an invisible sniper scav the first time round. I still think I was strayed too far to the right for that sniper scav to be like shooting us like it did. And then obviously when it came to that last raid, we just didn't have any cover. And I'm surprised they didn't shoot us when we were led down, so us crouched trying to regain stamina and sort things out. But maybe they didn't see us, maybe they're waiting for us to get to a certain distance. I don't know. But anyway guys, thank you for tuning into this video. As I said, it's been a super frustrating one, but we move on, we push through it, we continue to grind. Regardless, I hope you did enjoy the episode. Regardless of all the deaths, regardless of the mistakes, regardless of the bugs, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll leave links in the description down below to all of my social medias, as well as my other YouTube channels and my Twitch channel. I am getting back into streaming very, very soon. It might not be until I leave my current job. I am leaving on the 24th of January and starting a new one on the 30th, so I've got a bit of a period between my old job and my new job to like sit and grind content, sort the flat out, all that kind of good stuff, as well as get back onto the streaming front. Also, I'll leave. Actually, I've already just said that. I don't know why I was going to say that again. But yeah, if you could leave a like on the video and drop me some comments on how I can improve at Tarkov, if you've got any suggestions when it comes to the videos, all that kind of stuff, I'll be greatly appreciative of all of that. But thank you for watching this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.